In this lesson, we'll talk about the image button widget. We've used the standard button a few times before, but now we'd like a bit more style. An image button simply uses an image for the button face. We'll start with the images. First, we need to add them to our drawable resources folder. So we right-click that and add some existing items. I've already got some images in that directory. I have two, a buy button and a smile button. So now we have the drawable resources that are available to us. We'll add two image buttons to our layout. And then to get the images to show up, we need to set the source property on the image button. So the first one, we'll use our buy button image. And the second one, we'll use the smile. Now, one thing you can notice is that the backgrounds of the buttons are different. The Buy Now button has a white background, whereas the Smile button doesn't have any background at all, or rather it's transparent. And that's because the Buy button is a JPEG and the Smile button is a PNG file. Now, the PNGs support transparency. So now let's take a look at this in code. And we work with image buttons basically the same way in code as we would a regular standard button. So we get the image button variable, and now we'll add a click event. And we'll just do a toast message on it. And we'll run this. So here are our image buttons. And there's the toast message on the first button that we added code to. Now that wasn't exactly what I was looking for that transparent background on this button. So I'm going to change its entire background to black so that it fades in with the rest of the background of the screen. And now we'll try and run this and see what that looks like. As you can see, now just the image appears. When I click the button, however, you can't really tell that anything's happening to it. So we want to change that in code. So first we'll create a variable for that button. And as usual, associate it in our layout. And then we're going to use an event called the touch event. And this is when the user actually touches the button rather than a click, which is an up and down motion. And in that touch event, we're going to change the color filter of the button so that when the button is in down position, we'll set the ARGB to 150A, whereas when it's in the up position, the A will just be a 0. I've also got some commented code which you can take a look at, which sets the image resource of the button or the image. So you can change the image resources of the button so a different image can be used in the down or up positions. So let's run this and see what that button looks like now. Okay, so there's our button. And when we click it, we now get a little bit of a flicker effect due to the masking. So, the image buttons essentially work the same in code as a standard button, but they just look a lot better.